Okay, I thought I'd give you a version of my upgrades for the Wildhawk, which you can purchase at Harbor Freight. They got it for about $100 with a 20% off coupon. That obviously brings it down to about $80. Sometimes they have it on sale. It originally has this small little motor here with and this is not the original prop. It's got like a 5-inch prop on it from the factory, and I put this 6.3 on it. To give it a little bit more power, had to dent the fuselage underneath the prop, and it did okay, but was just, we live at 5,500 feet, and it was just not enough to be able to get it to go around. So to back up a little bit, I also had the most atrocious pile of junk ever made. Was this little orange plane. It's a little Dragon, and it's cheap. The only thing that it's good for, because the spar only goes out to that far, and obviously you can see the wing broke off right where the spar did. The only thing that little pile of junk's good for is donating its organs, which work well for other things. So I took the radio out, stuck it in an earlier gas plane, but I got to thinking last night the Wildhawk could benefit from its motor. So pulled the motor out, and I went in through the hole here and unsoldered the wires for the old motor, and then resoldered them on so that I'd make sure that they were on the right polarity for possible future use. But the wires for the Wildhawk come down through here and are fed along the top and then into the compartment. And they do this when they put the two halves of the fuselage together. So I desoldered the wires there and then pulled the wires through here, and the orange Dragon plane donated its motor, which is actually about well, it's about 3/8 of an inch longer. You can see right there at the beginning there, motors are about equal, and the new motor is about 3/8 of an inch longer, quite a bit more powerful, and swings a bigger prop. Now I also had to cut into the fuselage here, make a kind of a notch in there. The fuselage is hollow, so I reinforced that with epoxy. Some like to use hot glue. I'm a big one for epoxy. It's a lot firmer. Hot glue is just a flexible plastic that melts when you heat it up, and then it resolidifies when it cools. I plan on using either carbon fiber rods or bamboo skewers to reinforce the fuselage, but it's actually still pretty stiff. It doesn't flex a lot. So anyway, I ran the new wires over and used the speed control from the old plane. It plugged right into the receiver. The Wildhawk uses a 8.4 volt battery, and the Dragon used a 9.6. So had to hog the front end out there a little bit. And Wildhawks are always tail heavy too. That's the big complaint that everybody has. So the 9.6 battery moved forward. Here's where the battery originally was in the Hawk, and now that was the 8.4 volt. The receiver used to be back in here, so I moved everything forward, put the 9.6 volt battery up here, and testing the CG, which you want to put your fingers right along the edge on both sides here, and then balance the plane upright. And in this arrangement here, the nose just tilts slightly down, which is about perfect. So it has so much thrust that even in our thin air up here in Denver, dragging along my carpeted floor over there, full throttle, it just wants to take off on the carpet by itself. So I had thought about upgrading to a brushless motor and the LiPo battery and everything, but the name of the game here with Wildhawks is cheap, and so pillaging parts out of another airplane seemed to be the best way to go. Now I plan on adding ailerons. I'll do that in a later installment. I don't know that I'll cover that in a video because a lot of other people have done it already, but this is my upgrade for the Wildhawk, and it seems to do real well. So that's it.